All right, welcome to the fourth tutorial video covering the native mobile app, Decyphor, and the native mobile app builder within the app itself that you can use to create your own native mobile apps for yourself, for your clients, for your family, for your friends, where you can take advantage of the technology that's been kept from us for over a decade. This is revolutionary what we're doing, and I really hope by this point you've had an epiphany to a certain degree. I hope the light bulbs are starting to go off in your head because what this does is it effectively removes any middlemen between you and your desired communication that you have between anybody, whether it be your family, your friends, your colleagues, strangers, your leads, your clients. It doesn't matter who it is, but we have the ability to get direct, unfiltered communication through our own native mobile experience with our own content that we desire. And we can share it effectively and we can share it quickly. And but on the last video, what we ended with was the idea where I was going to upload the first tutorial video to my page and make it an introduction for users to be able to come in and learn more. So I'm going to go ahead and show you here. I've selected within this block here, I'll just go ahead and delete it. I click the plus button, scroll down to YouTube, select the YouTube block. It'll automatically pop open that block for me to then use that to embed my video. So I went ahead and I uploaded that video to YouTube. I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to pull it back into my app and I'm going to paste it and I'm going to click embed. It's in standard definition because it's still loading. It's recorded in high definition for the user experience to be best. But once it's done, the content will have a thumbnail image inside the video, so it'll be a much cleaner experience for your users. So above here, what we want to do is maybe create a heading. And we want this heading to be smaller or as small as the top. And we're going to put this as a tutorial. So let's do a Decyphor tutorial number 1. It's also within the image, or the video, I'm sorry, from YouTube, but we could put more content beneath it, or better yet, we could change this at the top. Let's just do tutorials. As we see introduction, maybe we want to have tutorials first. And after the tutorial, we want to have a link to more content or an example of something else. We can get creative here. Why don't we go ahead and I'm going to publish this. It's been published, and it's been published under the page name introduction. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to my settings, into my sites, into Decyphor, the main app. And now I want to decide where I want to put it. Where should I put this link? Well, if somebody comes onto the platform and maybe they don't have, oh, somebody accepted my friend request through here. Brad is one of my longtime clients. Maybe they don't have any notifications, so when they land on it, the notifications aren't there. I would like to have that tutorial as a pop-up at the top so that they have a link to go and learn more about the app before they start using it. So let's go back. Let's go to my sites, and on your installation, your sandbox will be directly beneath your site, and it will all be contained within your settings. I have sandbox as the last one within this because I wanted to display the templates to the users before the sandbox. So let's go into super admin. Let's go to the Decyphor template and go to native pages. And we need to use Cortex, which is the main page. Now that it's loaded, what we can do is we can select notifications. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use quick link. I want that quick link to be above the notifications, or better yet, below them. If the user has come back and they have a notification, I want that to be the first thing they see. So let's put it below. And we're going to put a title to this, and we're going to say, what is Decyphor? Okay, I have that. Now, what I need to do is exit back out and create a button, or two, or three. You can see how simple it is for you to build in this environment. And I'm going to create this button. I'm going to say, I want this to link to an app page. So I created my app page. My app page, if you can remember, was introduction. So now I have introduction. I want to choose my icon, and maybe I make the icon, oh, something simple. Let's make it a dashboard, or do a dashboard, or better yet, a fingerprint. Fingerprint's cool. I like that. So now we have what is Decyphor. I don't like the question mark, so I'm going to do about Decyphor. Okay. So about Decyphor, and I'm going to click update. And then I'm also going to put another link here to a second app page. So I'm going to select app page. And on this one, I'm going to send them to an app page. For instance, let's send them to courses. Okay. And the reason I'm sending them to courses is because I want them to learn more about the platform and how to use it. Now, if I wanted to be specific, I could say, you know what, I want to take this block, I want to duplicate it, and I want to change about Decyphor to, I can do knowledge base, or yeah, knowledge base is better. Okay. So now I select the button again. I go to courses, app page, courses, select courses, exit out. And then I want to put a little hat on here for courses. They have an icon in here already built for you to use that is for courses in particular. So that's the one I'm going to use. Content courses. Okay. So we have knowledge base and we have about Decyphor. Then it gets into the content, members, etc. Maybe to break it up a tad, if I wanted to, I could just do this. I could put members in between that. Oops, hit the wrong button. So now I have members in between about Decyphor and knowledge base. So there's a little bit of content in between it. And better yet, I've got courses down here. So do I really even need that link? Well, that's up to you. You can decide what you want to do with your own user interface. That's why it's your app and it's your design. So better yet, maybe we don't have courses because we've got knowledge base. Let's do another app page. Let's search for, let's do groups. So there's the groups module, right? Better yet, let's do courses module. Is that up yet? Let's search module. Members module. Okay, this will work. Let's do groups module. Okay. So now we've got groups and the knowledge base groups module, and we also have it below it. But this way we have knowledge base coming after the about Decyphor. So what I'm just trying to do here for you guys is you can create your own user experience however you want it to be. It doesn't matter if you use, your own methods that you prefer, because that's the whole idea here. Is you can take content from all your other social channels and put them all into one place within your own app, so you don't have to use any other app. The limits of what you can do with this are absolutely limitless. I tell this to every client. The only limits to this app builder are the limits of your imagination. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I don't need knowledge base here, so I'm just going to delete that. That was for purposes of showing you here what we can do. And in fact, what I want to do is I want members to go up to the top, because I want that to show above the about Decyphor. And I also want the notifications to be at the very tippy top, because I want notifications to be the first thing everybody sees. So now I have notifications, members, about Decyphor, groups, courses, forums, and discussions. Okay? So before I move on, I want to do the same thing here that I've done with groups module. I want to do it with courses module. So I'm going to update. I need to come back in here and see if I have a courses module page. I do not. So let's make a native app page. Let's name it courses module. Update and publish. That's done. And then we have discussions and forums. So let's do a discussions module. And let's do a forums module. And believe it or not, the more you use this, the more you will prefer the native experience of building your app than you will sitting down on a computer, because it gives you a direct feedback response as you're making the changes in real time. So now if I go back out and come back into the native pages, it refreshes the page, and you can see the pages that I just created, courses, discussions, and forums modules. So if we go back to Cortex here at the bottom, we can scroll down and we can duplicate this group modules content block. So let's duplicate. And then I want to, oh, actually, you know what? That's within a group, so I can't duplicate it there. I'm going to remove that block. What I'm going to do is select courses, show you this feature, courses, and then I want to select here at the top group, which groups the content together and basically removes any excess white space in between the content. And now I have this little plus button in the bottom right-hand corner, and I click that plus button to do a quick link. And then I delete the title by clicking, just by clicking the space button and putting a space in the title area. That'll give you a blank title. And then when we go back, we can see, oh, it disappeared on me. There we go. We can see that the title disappeared, and now we have a button available. So let's go in, let's choose the app page. We want courses module. Let's exit out. And we want to use our courses icon to keep the content throughout the app, A, B, C, D, consistent and congruent. So there we go. Let's update that. That's saved. Next up is forums. So we repeat the process. And now, since we did a group block on the prior block above it, it's automatically selected this one as a group. See this button down here in the right-hand corner? That's a group block. We need to do the quick link, change the title by putting a space, get rid of it. Let's put in a button. Let's open it back up, and let's go ahead and let's do forums. Done. See how quick that was? This is the future of app development. What used to take 6 to 12 months can now be done in 24 to 48 hours. It's revolutionary. Please try to wrap your head around what is happening in front of you, because there's nothing on the market that's doing this. We're the first. We're going to be the first. We're always going to lead the pack. We're coming out with unbelievable features in the near future, such as video uploading and sharing across social. We've already got blog post sharing across social. We have conditional logic via tags, which we already have the tag engine already integrated, so I can show you that in later tutorials. And we'll review all of that, because there's so much you can do with this. It's a little overwhelming at first, but you have to use it and get used to it. And once you do, you can create an app, a very powerful app, in a very short period of time. You entrepreneurs out there who run an agency, who run a business, who want to monetize this and white label it, you guys are the first. You guys are smart. You're ahead of the entire game. We are 10 years ahead minimum. 10 years ahead of anybody else out there. So let's go ahead. Let's create another quick link. Let's select the quick link and remove the title. Let's go, select the quick link, remove the title. Now we have our button. So now if we open this back up and we go back in, we can then select the next app page and we can go to discussions. So now we have that information. Let's go to forums. This one, I want to select the icon for forums, EFGH. So there's our forums icon. And then groups down here. You see this little white space here? If you ever do see white space and it's too much, you can try deleting it. It typically renders perfectly within the app. But let's select the icon for discussions, and let's find the discussions. A, B, C, D, discussion, and let's update. So now we've got it all. We've got the link to all the content blocks that we need here. And in the process of doing this is why it's always important to check twice when you do this. We accidentally deleted that first content block that we wanted to put up here in About Decyphor because we changed it to courses when we duplicated it. So let's change it back. Instead of courses, what we want is intro, introduction. Update. Let's go back to our settings within the more. Here's settings, your sites, Decyphor, switch. So here's our introduction with the members above it. We have our groups with our groups module, courses with our courses module, forums with our forums module, and discussions with our discussions module. Okay? Now there is one button missing here, which is members. There's a members module on here, but for all intents and purposes, we can go back and change that later. I do want to show you what we've got going on with the groups module. We have information to give you a brief overview of what's available inside the app from the front end of the app, the homepage, or in this case, Cortex. And the text at the top that says home, we will translate all of that here in the near future. So you will see that change in future tutorials as we design out Decyphor, because what you're looking at is a skeleton. This has never been done before. Not only has this never been done before in any capacity that I'm aware of, but it's never been done at this scale where you can literally develop unlimited apps for unlimited clients in a fraction, half of a fraction of a percent of the time that it used to take for you to do it. So now if we go into introduction, we have now our first tutorial video. And we can go ahead and click play, and it will start for us. And if you have options where you want it to open up and play in front of you, it depends on the embed that you have. Okay, so this one would probably be best watched in YouTube, as then it gives you the full screen experience, and then you can enlarge the screen and watch it accordingly. So there's tutorial number 1, and that's already embedded. And what we're going to do is hope that tutorial number 2 is ready as well. So let's go to our account, our channel, videos. There's tutorial number 2. So let's share and copy the link. Now, what we could do is we could embed the actual video file onto the page, directly in the page instead of YouTube, and that would give you a smoother, a cleaner experience for your users, and they would be able to go into the content a lot more efficiently. If you click on a link, it takes you there as well. So let's go and add this next one. Oops, settings, sites, sandbox. And the only reason why this feels convoluted for us to go back and forth is because there's 12 templates on here that I'm designing by hand. And to be frank, I'm no longer using my desktop to design my apps. I am getting used to and I prefer the native mobile experience because I can do it in a fraction of the time. I can multitask. While I'm doing it, I can do it, if we're out and traveling on the road and I'm in the passenger seat, I can sit and build my app. So native pages, go down to Cortex. Oh, actually, you know what? We don't want Cortex. We want introduction. So there's our intro. The embed pops up. So let's put a little blurb underneath this. Let's say we just do some content. So paragraph. Okay. And we put here Decyphor tutorial video number 1, reviewing an introduction to the core features and modules available for white label users. White label elite access clients, and regular members. Or we could do our free tier in this situation. We have a name for it. I think it's basic is the tier, so we'll just do basic access members. So not clients, members. All right. So elite access members, what I want to do is select that, and I want to do a little bit of change to the text and give it some style. So plain text sometimes is hard to read. We go white basic access members here, and then let's add a period. So there's the first video. We've got this below it, and we've got it set as a paragraph, but we can change the look and feel of this if we want by selecting any of these options. So if I do pull quote, it'll show you a difference, right? So that pull quote then blocks off the content for the next one. If I select it and I go, say, a list, it'll give me tab, or not tab, but tabulated, I guess you could say, bullet points. Or you could do a quote, and the quote will put the information to the left. I like it to the left right there. I think that's pretty cool. So if we go over here and we select the look and feel, default style, let's do large and see what happens there. Not much of a change. Let's select it here. There we go. That's pretty cool. Better yet, I liked it with it on the side, so I'm going to keep that black bar on the side. It helps to separate the content. Okay, and then I'm going to do underneath that. I'm going to do video. Oh, come on, video host. Let's just do host because it's not wanting me to touch the V instead of the C. Ryan Carlock. All right. So now that we've got that, let's go ahead and let's add our second video, YouTube. Pull it open. We've already copied and pasted that link, so let's paste it in here and embed. Now that it's embedded, I can select this option and I can duplicate. So duplicate, done. Zoom back out, and now I can take this. Where'd it go? Oh, I duplicated the video. Let's remove that. Done. And let's just do select this as a whole, duplicate that. There we go. Select the block, push it down. Decyphor tutorial video number 2. Reviewing an introduction to the app templates available. For white label elite access members and basic access members, so that the white label templates are available for just elite access members. Let's update. There we go. The third video I have not done yet, but we've got the introduction there at the top. We could, if we wanted to, change the introduction link, and we could rename it to whatever we want. So if we wanted to get rid of this, we could just get rid of that completely. We could change introduction to tutorials. And let's see what happens. Update, and let's go back to the app. So here we are, and you can see that the text here has been changed to tutorials instead of information or introduction, and the rest of the information is there below it. Do you see this white space below the courses module? It's a little larger than the rest, and that's because it's an app block. So I want to fix that because I want to make sure that the user experience is flawless, because I'm an OCD type personality. And what we'll do is we'll end with this, and you guys have a good understanding of what's possible so far, just getting started editing native mobile pages in real time using the app itself. So let's go back to the Cortex, and this time I'm just going to build and tell you what I'm doing as I go along instead of explaining. So here we are in Cortex, we got members, and for some reason it's hidden. So let's remove that, and let's add members. Come on. Double click, there it's been added. So now beneath the members, now that I've got it selected, I want to make this a group. And then I want to click the plus button. I want to do a quick link. And on this quick link, I want to add a button. I'm going to click update. Then I'm going to go in, I'm going to change the quick link to be empty. Let's check it. Great. There's the button. So let's click on the button here. Let's go back in and let's, come on. There it is. Now let's go ahead and select app page. And let's go to members. Members module. Let's close that. Let's come in here and find members. There's the tab or the icon. And as you can see below that, see how that popped back up to the top there and it closed that space. Courses closed the space. This right here, that start typing, that is a content block. I have to remove that because that's a paragraph. And after removing that, we should see, looks like we've got a content block in here as well. Remove block. For some reason, it's not wanting to remove that block. Let's go ahead and let's move forums by clicking it. There we go. And then discussions up by clicking it. There we go. And then the discussions module, we want to have it inside that group. So let's go ahead and click update. So now we have discussions, forums, courses, groups, members, introduction. We have notifications. And then the last thing I need to do is create a notifications module. So add new page. Notifications module, publish, back, go back into the native page, it'll refresh. There's our notifications module. If you don't go back and then back into the app page, you can still go into another page and use that page you just created without refreshing. Just know that for future purposes. So notifications module, we have it right here. Notifications only show if there is an actual notification in your inbox. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's make another one. So I want to group this and I want to create another quick link. I want to create a button in that quick link, click update. Now it's saved. And if that black pop-up happens, you can just click it for it to go away. That's to give you a confirmation. So let's click the notification icon. There's notifications. Let's click the block and let's remove the title. And now we have the page or the button there so we can select it, app page, and we can go to notifications module right there. So we're good. Now here at the end, we just want to make sure to move everything back up. Make sure it all looks good. Looks good to me. This one, move block, about Decyphor, scoot that up. Looking good. It's all looking good. These are all grouped. All looking good in their groups. Discussions looking good. Okay, so let's update it. Now let's go back. Go to our settings, go to your sites, go to Decyphor, and this is where we will end this. Because as you can see, the notifications module has been put to the top. There is no content on that page, but the page is there for us to link to. Tutorials now has the content that we added, and the members module is up here underneath the members as well. The groups module contains the content for it as well. The courses module is linked to nothing yet, so we have to fill that with content. Same with forums, and same with discussions. Another little content space here between discussions and the forums button. So that's something I'll go back and I'll try and fix. And the last thing I want to show you one more time, just so you can make sure that I wasn't fibbing you, is I'm going to go in here. I'm going to send myself a push notification to fill that notification area and try and fix that little groups thing for you, and then we'll be done. So we want to go to, let's see here. Where's notifications at? I believe I put it at the top. Duh, Ryan. So push notifications, I'm going to send a new one. And this time I'm going to design it. Tutorial videos updated. I'm going to put a little happy face like that. A tutorials link has been published on the within the cortex. Learn everything you need to understand the potential of Decyphor. So the link, if I want to put a link in here, I can. What you can do is you can link to app pages. I'm going to try one here and see what happens. So HTTPS, it's Decyphor, PHOR.com. Let's get rid of that capital D. No, don't autocorrect me. Decyphor.com/app_page/cortex. Cortex, I don't want capitalized either. Okay. So that's done. I'm going to send it as Ryan to myself because I'm in admin at the moment. I'm going to send it immediately. I'm going to send it to a specific member, and I'm going to select myself. Let's know, not filter members. I want to do specific member, and I want to select myself, admin, and I'm going to send the notification. So there it is. If I click it, it takes me back to the Cortex. And that's what the link was an app page. So that's all I've got for you guys here. You can see the updates have been made. Everything is looking good. I'm still got to work on that spacing. I forgot to do that between Decyphor, etc. But the rest of this is pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Go into the courses section, go through the tutorial videos, because by the time you're seeing this, the content within these courses is filled, and you'll have the ability to go through and break each individual module down for you to be able to best build what you're looking to build. And if you have any questions in particular, you can always link with, or you can always work with me directly. If I have the time, I'll definitely work with you to get the results. And I mean, there's so much to go through here, guys. I mean, we haven't even broken into automation, gamification, integration. We haven't even scratched the surface. So I hope this helped conceptualize where we're headed. What's going to happen, in the near future is going to be pretty incredible. And so if you're jumping in early, you're smart. You're one of the first. You're going to take advantage of this technology before anybody else, and it's going to change the way you do your business as a whole. So I appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. And that's the end of this tutorial. Welcome to Decyphor. Have fun.